This is Embassy, and thanks for chatting with me. I am here in the beautiful Miami Embassy Suites, and some of you are like, is she traveling again? Yes, and not only am I traveling, but I am traveling fiscally responsibly, and you all have been asking, see, how do you save for these trips? Well, I am more than happy to let you in on how I save for my trips. I use the Opportun app. Opportun is basically an app that tracks your spending and takes out small amounts of money so that you can accumulate those dollars towards a spending goal. So what I do is I put my trip goals in, set a due date, and the Opportun app slowly takes money until I achieve my goal. Now, I will say it's not a magical recipe. You do have to do some extra saving. So right now I have a saving goal for a cruise that's coming up, and because that's my next due date for payment, I have to accelerate spending. So every paycheck I add another $80 or however much more to basically get me to the point where I can save funds to get to my goal for the trip. And that allows me to pay things off in full. I can use my credit cards to get points, but I don't end up with extra debt, as I can transfer those cash dollars to the Opportun or to my bank account to pay off all trips, and basically I'm able to cruise, travel, fly in style, but also debt-free. Before I get into exactly how I'm able to save every trip and pay each trip off in cash, I gotta tell you and keep it real, I was accumulating a whole lot of debt traveling. So I said, you know what, I have to take control of this and save money. So I was like, what's the best solution for me? And basically it's setting deadlines, setting goals for my travel, and being able to stick to those financial goals. I also make sure that I keep my personal fund account separate from my travel account. So I make sure I have an account just for my bills, and that way the Opportun app is able to take out only the funds, like extra, my play money. So I want to be clear about that so that you aren't missing any bills trying to, save up for your travels, but you're able to do it again responsibly. The key word is responsibly. Some will also say, if you know that you have regularly scheduled appointments, to basically put that in your must-have. So if you know that you are going to get your nails done every 2 weeks, if you know that you're going to get your hair done every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever it might be, put that into your essentials, because that's basically maintaining your quality of life. But all of the extras, keep those in a separate account, and that way it helps I think the app, especially Opportun, is able to pull those extra funds and won't again impact your cost of living and the things that you actually need to pay for. So let's walk through exactly how to establish a new goal in the Opportun app. Here you can see my start of my accounts, and I love that the Opportun basically also has a rainy day fund. I like to use this for any mishaps that I may have around my home. Something breaks, maintenance, my car breaks down, something. But I like Opportun takes a little bit of money from my account for that. And you can see here, it again saves in increments. So the last few days you can see it's been taking anything from, it saw that I had $26 to spare, or here's $6. One day I only could spare $1.57. So that account is now up. So here you can see I have a couple of cruise goals, and I basically set my I usually keep no more than 2 goals here. I also like to use the app for saving for my college reunion. So anytime I have a reunion year, I usually start saving about 2 years out, and I use the Opportun app for that too. So not just your cruise goals, you can use Opportun for any of your life goals that you want to be able to have some set aside for. All right, so here you can see I have my next cruise with a payment date. So my next cruise that has a payment date here is my next cruise is that I'm saving is for the Mariner Seas, which my due date is January 1st, 2024. Here you can see my target amount. So you see how much I've saved to date, my target amount, and then the deadline for spending. And essentially, again, Opportun is just taking out small amounts of money every day until I hit my goal. However, I know that these small increments won't get me there. So here where you see this plus 80, I've been basically dividing up the weeks till due date, and I've been saving additional $80 per paycheck. So that's pretty reasonable, right? Only $80 per paycheck, you know, versus having big lump sums as I get closer to my cruise goal. You can see my other cruise goal is kind of just riding it out, and I'll get more aggressive with saving as once I'm done with the previous payment. So once I'm done with my previous trip, this one here, Carnival Jubilee, I'll start saving more aggressively. So I'll do the calculation and see how much I need to save per paycheck to get to the final payment date. And once I'm done, I just basically add another goal. Here's how to create a new goal. So let's pretend here, let's say the target amount for this next cruise is $1,000. And let's say I usually do the payment deadline, and I try to make sure I have a few days ahead of the deadline, or sometimes I'll make sure that the date, that my target date aligns with the payday, because that's important for me. So I'm going to say, let's pretend that my next major payment is due, let's say June. Oh, it wants to go to November. Oh, let me go to 2024. Let's say my next payment is June 10th, 2024. Confirm. I'm going to hit save goal. And here you can see it's going to confirm my saving goal. So basically it will say Opportun will try to save between $5 and $15 every day until you reach June 10th, 2024. Now, one thing I really like about Opportun is it's realistic. So it'll monitor my bank account and make sure that if my bank account for some reason can't take out the $5, or it gets really aggressive and decides that $15 is too much, looking at all my other, it won't take that. And there's also a little bit of overdraft protection, because again, you have that rainy day account, so it will make sure that the rainy day, if it accidentally overdraw, it will take some money from your rainy day account. So I find it a great, fail-proof a backup mechanism to make sure your account is not overdrawn. I hit let's go, and you can see here my goal is now set. If I want to add extra money, I can add extra money, and we are off to my next travel goal. So if you are interested in using the Opportun app, I will put my link in the description below. Feel free to click on it. We want everyone to travel fiscally responsibly. There's no need to accumulate a whole lot of debt to travel the way you want. Or DM me at any of my social media accounts, and I'm more than happy to share more information about how to save. And if you not only do you want to travel fiscally responsible, but you also need help planning, you can also hit me up at seeitwithc@gmail.com. Hopefully this video was helpful. I just wanted to shed light on how I save. This is not a fail-proof mechanism. It's just a mechanism that works for me to make sure that I am hitting all my target deadlines, and not just hitting my target deadlines for travel, but also making sure that I am saving up for personal, future, retirement, and all those other things to make sure that I am fiscally sound. So this is See With C. Thanks for chatting with me. Make sure if you like this video, want other travel tips, want help planning with your travel, hit that subscription button, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video.